How and what I had to do to become a fitness coach. So over the last couple months, I have had random people hit me up and they were like, "Yo," like asking me questions about being an online fitness coach because that was their goal eventually. So the most important thing to being an online fitness coach is obviously getting that transformation, right? Working with a coach to get a transformation. Unless, it's very rare to see. I haven't honestly seen anybody really be successful and in being an online fitness coach and not working with the coach. Like for somebody to just, step in and become real big on social media by, learning everything, opening the books and learning themselves and getting a transformation and teaming up with other very successful coaches. I haven't seen it. Maybe it's out there. I just haven't seen it. But the way my blueprint was, I went and got a transformation and worked with the coach, knowing that, hey, this is what I want to do after. And I let my coach know, but I felt he brushed it under the rug just because I had to put in the work. I still had to get a transformation. And a lot of people talk a good one, but you got to put in the work and get the transformation and go from there. So getting a transformation, working with the coach and getting that transformation, building it up, showing others, especially your inner group, that it is possible to change. I made a lot of changes and it really just showed others within my inner circle that change is possible. You can change all the bad habits, you can get healthy, get fit. And that's how it started for me. I started showing other people that change was possible and people were interested. So I was like, all right, this is eventually what I want to do. So I started telling people like, all right, this is just give me this much time and we'll work together. So you definitely want to have people interested in what you're doing. Helping people lose weight. It's not easy, right? Not a lot of people are not going to put in all the work that it takes. I've spent hundreds of hours studying from a wide range of losing weight, building, nutrition, mindset, reading certain books. And when it comes to all of them, it takes years to really get a lot of it down, right? To get it down to the science is really what it is. If you want to become one of the best, you got to get it down to the science. And that's what it takes. Willing to learn, willing to spend money. It's gonna cost. None of it is free. You can't get a coach for free. You can't lose weight for free. Nothing is really free. I don't know why, for some reason, people, when it's time to get healthy and lose weight, people think that it's going to be free or it's going to be cheap. And it's not. It's the same as if you were to take a trip to Vegas. Let's say you take a trip to Vegas for the weekend, same amount. It is not cheap to go to Vegas for the weekend. People do it, and then it's time to get healthy, and they just think everything's going to be at a low cost, right? And I've gotten that, and I'm saying that because I've gotten that from a lot of people. So you want to get a transformation. You want to look good, and from working with some of the best coaches, I work with a total of four coaches on a monthly basis, and we get a random coach once a month. So there's been some pretty big coaches who work with celebrities and social media coaches. So you want to spend money. I've spent already this year. I've spent close to $10,000 just on investing and learning, surrounding myself with people who are on the same page as me, learning, getting my transformation, working with coaches. It's not cheap. And I wanted to learn all that so that I could be able to sell it, right? And it's not all like, oh, I want to sell it as tomorrow. No, I'm saying like 5-10 years down the line when I'm like an expert, and my value is going to be a lot more than my first year. This is my first year. My value is not as big as it will be 5 years down the line, because I'm going to continue to carry this on, and I still have a full-time job that I'm working on right now, a full-time career. But I definitely want to continue to do fitness as far along as possible, and continue to help others. So understanding that it's not going to happen overnight. I know that was my thing. I came in and I thought that that I was gonna align with these certain people, and I was gonna blow up. Like you surround yourself with the president, and you're gonna be famous. It doesn't work like that. Like fitness is not looked upon like celebrities or basketball players. The fitness industry is not looked up on. You know, whilst everybody would be healthy, America would be one of the healthiest countries in the world, and it's not. You know, it's probably one of the most obese countries in the world. It is one of the obese countries that ranks on top as one of the most obese countries in the world. So, you know, I've developed that bug of helping others as well as helping myself and becoming healthy. And I know that it's not looked up upon, but it's something that keeps me motivated. It's something that keeps me going every day. It's something that keeps me going from my bad habits. And it's something that keeps me from drinking, which I love to do. I found something that doesn't make me want to do any of that anymore. So as long as I continue to invest in my online fitness coaching business, it keeps me from going back to an unhealthy lifestyle. That is why I continue to do it. So you want to have a purpose on why you're doing it. You don't just want to do it just because somebody motivated you. Because you'll see some of these higher up dudes really talk a good one, and it'll get people pumped up, and now you know they get all pumped up, and it's like, nah, I've been doing it for 5 months now, and it's not like that. Like, you really got to put in a lot of work, as you do with any business. There's a lot of people who own businesses, side businesses, full-time entrepreneurs that I've met and I've had conversations with, and the hustle and the struggle is real. You know, I have buddies who are fitness coaches who don't have any clients, or it took them months to get clients. So you got to be ready to deal with the good and the bad times. So Crazy Fitness now has 8 members, and not all members are doing good. So once you got to be a good leader and know how to work with people, because trying to have somebody change their bad habits and in fitness, you know, if they've never been to the gym or in nutrition and they're not used to eating healthy, they're used to having really bad eating habits and eating all kinds of fatty foods, high carb foods, it takes time. So you got to have patience. You know, if you're looking for, you know, to be able to post on your social media, you know, that to show progress and that what you're doing is actually helping people, but yet you can't really, the people are not really following the program, it's tough. So out of the 8 clients that I have, only 2 of them are doing okay. I got one who's killing it. I post him a lot. The second one, he struggles. He struggles from one day to the next, and it's all nutrition. So I've also had clients who are just, you know, kind of there and not there, you know. So you got to be able to deal with them. You don't want to chase them. So you got to learn how to deal with people. That's another one. You got to be a leader and know how to deal with different personalities. If you're not used to dealing with people who could possibly cuss you out and you're going to cuss them out right back, you got to learn how to deal with people and be able to get cussed out. Because remember, it's a business. It's an online coaching business. You don't want to take anything to heart, because you will deal with people who it's really hard for them to break bad habits. And you're investing the time, you know, they pay you, you're investing your time into them, and you got to be able to adapt. That some people are just not ready. So that's another one. What are some other things I learned? I learned networking is a key, right, to getting your name out there. So you want to network with other coaches, network with people above you, definitely people above you, and try to get on their pages, podcasts. But guess what? All that costs money. So if you want to be an online coach, you have to pay. So there are people out there who go and do it their own way, and you know, much respect to them. I know a couple of them who just kind of went their own route, and you know, best of luck to them. That's the route that they chose. I chose to align with a coach who has I don't know, maybe 50 or more transformations. I'm not too sure, but he has killer transformation. He transformed me. You know, I spent money to work with him for almost 6 months and really, really dived into his blueprint, and he's been there. So, and anytime I get new clients, I put the blueprint together. I send the blueprint over to him, and he'll stamp it or say, "Hey, we got to make these adjustments." So, and that's there. You know, that's there. That'll always be there. That support, if when I need him, and that's important because it's gonna take me a while to become an expert. I'm not gonna become an expert in a year. It's a lot to learn. A lot to learn. A lot of people really underestimate how much there is to learn, and you start seeing them falling off one by one, and you can tell people start falling off because it's really a lot to learn. A lot of people have families, careers, and I've been fortunate enough to get laid off and really just start digging and digging and digging and digging on, to have so much free time on a lot of information. So spending a lot of time on information, getting your transformation, trying to be the best. You know, I don't even look the best. There's some guys out there who are freaking cut up and swole. They have 10 years in the game and they're killing it. This is my first year. I'm barely coming in. I'm excited to see this video in 5 years from now, just to see how different I look. But yeah, my first year, and these are some of the things that I wanted to share with some of the up and coming guys of just what I learned. You know, be ready to spend a lot of time learning. If you're juggling a family and kids, it's going to definitely be a challenge. You're going to have to lose sleep if you want to be the best, if you want to, you know, get transformations. Transformations are hard to get. So, hope this helped. Have a good one. Let's get it.